EXP lane just so that the Yi Sun-shin will have a good time.
Yeah, but right now you were talking about how you gotta win that first hurdle.
That's right.
The draft coming in from AE. I mean, it's not complete yet, but the options that they do have doesn't really look like they can contest that one. Like, maybe go for the opposite lane, trying to get a gank. Other than that, I'm not so sure if they can actually secure the first hurdle with this.
It doesn't really inspire confidence just yet, but we could be wrong in the second phase, right? Because Master of the Basics is already taking his time on this second ban. Yes, there are still things that are hyper tanking and could slowly start peeling them off, but at the same time, is there any consideration of, hey, maybe get rid of the troll, maybe get rid of the bot, as we see the ban?
Oh man, that code should have been blue too.
I know.
But here's the thing, AE, they pick up the Yi Sun-shin. Does this mean that they will go for something like a Ruby Gold instead? Right?
Ruby Gold is really good versus.
Right? Basically, it's just like, you know what, Yasuke, it's all on you.
Yep.
The rest of us will sacrifice ourselves.
That's right.
So that you can actually farm this time and you can do damage.
That's the main reason why they're banning the tanky heroes now, so that they will not have to look for a shred. And also, Yi Sun-shin kind of hates playing up against Uranus, Esmeralda. Maybe Alice is the next man here for Alter Ego, so that Aurora will just go for a Lapu-Lapu or even a Yuzhong, in fact.
If necessary, we'll see whether or not, but it's going to be Farsa ban here. Huh.
I have a feeling that Alter Ego wants to pick up the Yuzhong for themselves. That means that Aurora must, if they're not scared about that, they can just go for the Lapu-Lapu and then last pick the Valentina.
Yes.
They also have the Eve. I feel like it's much better to just get Lapu-Lapu or Yuzhong now for Aurora, because now they open up a lot for Yue. At the same time though, Eve is looking good for you, as well as the Kimi. So honestly, the first 3 picks coming up from Aurora makes them so flexible in the draft right now that they can just choose, just pick their poison.
I think they could go Sora once again, right? I think Sora would be the more flexible option, looking for different types of engages. No! Wow!
That is their Jushin counter, apparently. I mean, their Yi Sun-shin answer.
This also kind of set up if they want to go for an Arlet again, because it can actually, you know, it's basically stun everyone. So I think they just want to keep the option there.
Yeah, so they go Granger, and I believe that they would want to go. They will not go for Ruby anymore.
This is very risky of picking up the Granger here.
They have to take the Sora.
Yeah.
They have to pick it, but then again, the Valentina for Aurora
they're not tanky. That's part of the problem as well, right? They have a Kalia, they have a Jushin, a lot of crowd control here.
And then they might be locked into the Phobias, which is gonna be bad. But
or Charizla.
Hopefully they're not tempted to that. I think the best choice is the Sora or Alice for Alter Ego.
Both seem pretty good to me. I think Alice in particular, I'm leaning more towards.
I think it's over, boys.
This is a rough one.
A very rough one. Aurora, however, will not Sora. I think they will just go for a CC. Oh no, a CC would be.
Hopefully, what we're saying is just Caster Curse gives something to AE to win this one, because at this point, you need some Mystic help to make sure that they're
in a lot of luck.
You need a lot of luck. They need
a lot of luck. You need to make sure that, for whatever reason, the Zetchen Ultimate into the Raging Sandstorm will whiff. Which I feel like it's not gonna happen.
It's so difficult. If they have 5 Golden Cats in their room, they are going to need 15 to compensate.
I mean, here's the thing again, Alter Ego, they want to go out with a bang. They want to get their very best heroes that they enjoy playing. Ladies and gentlemen, match point for Aurora, Philippines. This win will make them the champions of the M7 World Championship. And with that, we're throwing it over into the Land of Dawn with Mirko, Trex, and Leo.
One game away from denying all the allegations. One game away from silencing all the haters. One game away from scoring and putting a mark on this series. El Familia have all of their fans, the Alter Champs, shouting, hoping that hockey kicks in now.
Hope is a fickle thing though. Alter Ego Esports need to be able to pull this off with their own determination and skill at this point, and Aurora Gaming has just been so strong, have just been so clean from draft to execution.
It's now or never.
They've been lucky all throughout, has been the joke, but now they actually need a bit more luck. But they also need to fix everything. Have they fixed? Have they done enough in the draft? Because Wolf said it's over.
Here's what's scary. For the first time in this 4-game series so far, Aurora Gaming actually have a favorable draft index. The numbers favor even them. Even the game's algorithm can tell that their draft performs much better.
And it's such a safe choice, or I mean, it could be safe, could be aggressive, but knowing how they've been playing on the back foot, it really looks like this pull yourself together is more defensive. You can already see it here, Ijume having to use it right as I say it.
And this is so un-alter ego. They're not used to playing this way.
I mean, to Hijume's defense, though, he loves that pull itself together. I mean, he uses it on a lot of heroes, and we've seen him use it on this Jushin throughout this series so far. Up in the top side, Arfi, is he finally going to have a time to shine on this Granger? I wonder if he's going to go for an early Sky Piercer once again, or just take the normal build route.
In addition to possibly Yasuke and Hijume in mid and in the jungle, Aurora Gaming PH might have countered and cornered Arfi into playing marksman, which, again, he's okay with, he's good at, but against Dominkai, he struggles with.
Yep. You know, jumping down to Edward into the pursuit constantly now, onto him. River Spider already used up by Edward. Like to be picked up now by Alec and by Hijume, but it's gonna be the flicker around us. Doming rotates to the gold lane. It's Nino caught in the midst of it all still through the Phoenix, and Edward goes through it with Yue. Dominkai gets rid of Nino, and it's Aurora with 2 kills and the neutral objective.
First turtle once again for the side of Aurora Gaming PH. 1,000 gold lead once again.
Wolf was chewing our ears off for this fact. Gideon was tag teaming the fact that if you do not get the first turtle, Aurora Gaming have basically won half the match. So, how does Alter Ego Esports fix this? Number one, protect Yasuke at all costs. But to do that, you have to kind of put Alec on the back burner. You have to put Hijume in a weird position, which it's clear that maybe Hijume isn't playing as aggressive as he used to.
It's almost, I mean, it's too late to protect Yasuke at all costs. He's already 0-1-0. He's already falling behind. He's 2 levels behind Demon Kite at this point. In my mind, Alter Ego, yeah, protect everyone. You need to just stop. You gotta slow it down. Maybe even give up the second turtle. Big Tsunami Slam.
Oh, Light gets away with Rage Sandstorm, and now Demon Kite goes through, brings Alec back. It's gonna be onto Light. He goes. Last few shots, almost taking him down. Light caught in the bad spot, but he can just heal back up. And Aurora don't lose anything.
Hijume gets a little bit of nice chunk damage, but once again, it's still not enough. Alter Ego think they can take these fights when it's very clear to all of us that they can't.
When Nino starts joining these big 5v5s, things might change. I'm looking at how his Infernal Pursuit might kind of compromise Light, even Dominkite, but if you remember that first turtle, Dominkite came in late. Dominkite made himself scarce up until the very last moment where Alec almost died. So it seems like even on a timing basis, even when it comes to execution, Aurora may have found the checkmate.
You know, and to that point, Nino, we saw him on the Phobius earlier this series, and he did do amazing with those pursuits. We also heard the panel talking about how laning phase isn't as important. How well can you be an impact in these big fights? So it could almost be worth Nino leaving lane here and there to look for the plays and the Purify.
There, the Phoenix, man, you can already see the tilt, the desperation. It's now Yazuki jumping with a shocker light! Starts about the way! Survives it all! A double kill now, Ijume is able to get RPA kill, but it's Yue who rotates.
Alter Ego are desperate at this point. Grasping at straws, grasping at Ghost, as Aurora Gaming continues to elude.
The last shot of the turret gets him down. RP gets one more.
Dirty trades up top, and it's at this point where I can tell Alter Ego doesn't even care what the numbers look like as long as we get kills. That whole sequence up top with the turtle far removed down bottom, taken by Demon Guy with no contest. The former Onyx Prodigy roamer, Alec, formerly known as Owen, started it up, but I don't think he's ever faced a team as surgically precise as Aurora Gaming PH for his 2-year career. He's gone this far. He's played so many tournaments countless times throughout the Indonesian amateur scene all the way up to the world stage. I don't think he's ever faced a team like Aurora.
Raging Sandstorm and even a flicker out from Edward. But Arfi gets away with a flicker. But again, I think it's worth it to trade flicker for flicker if you're on a Lapu versus a Granger.
Very true. Luckily, Arfi did get 2 of those kills down there. The only 2 kills on the board did go into his hand. First item was the Hunter Strike. Second item was Sky Piercer. The one time that he trades it.
And unfortunately, the stacks didn't come after the Piercer. So now Aurora Gaming are still up on timing.
It's very unfortunate at this point. Luck is not on their side. The past 2 games, he's built Sky Piercer first, gotten no kills. This time he gets 2 kills and decides to build it second.
I'd hate to say it, but their luck may have run out. And when it comes to the World Championship, you can't rely on luck. In comes Alec looking for an engagement. Even he doesn't know if it's worth it. Dominkite pushing clean, and Nino pushing him back.
Went for the lane swap. Nino all the way up at top side. They want to fight for this third turtle.
So final turtle with Demonkite holding on. Phantom Steed
Edward.
in he comes.
Dark Wave canceling it. Raging Sandstorm will make a return to the Phoenix. Everything using the backline. Arfi does not have flicker to get torn through by Aurora!
And Nino's gonna drop next. Yasuke on the run.
That's what you call an Aurora avalanche. A force of nature plowing through El Familia. 4,000 gold up, 7.5 minutes in. Alter Ego can't catch a break. Yasuke, he's down 1,000 gold.
Alter Ego just walking into a brick wall, walking into the avalanche right now, thinking they can man it. Even at that last play, they go for the turtle. They feel like this is a do or die situation when maybe it really wasn't.
And now Alter Ego back again to look for those plays. The plays you see when they are behind. But up against Aurora, who are so consistent, so disciplined, they can't be baited into a fight. Heck, when they take a fight, it's always in favor of them. Now Nino, he can't even go for it. He lands the Dark Wave, but he knows better than to jump on Domeng.
Even with Yasuke in his wake, Yasuke is not in a fighting form because they can't see where the rest of Aurora are. And you know how it is. If you can't see your opponents, chances are they're just nearby.
Yasuke does get away there. You know, one of the big differences for Alter Ego this series as well, essentially this whole series, is not everyone can fight on their own. And in past games for Alter Ego, Arfi could handle his own. The rest of the team could handle their own.
Usually, with a high range hero like Granger and the Mount Shocker, Dangerous Grass is on your side.
Oh, light. Oh, he's trying to bait out the flicker. Phantom Steed now comes through. Domeng from the side, goes over to Zaman for Tsunami sign from down, but it's only on towards that ball for the Phoenix.
Everyone's able to get away there.
Edward!
Oh, still in the backside. Edward jumps in.
Doesn't get the stun, now gets stunned. Edward! What the hell? Jumps in under the turret and takes 2 down.
With a huge Hail Mary into the base. Edward was getting Arfi no matter what by the end of the day, and now they're gonna move on to the Lord.
Alter Ego Esports is in no shape to contest. They can barely get out of their own base. The only things Aurora Gaming did not get out of Edward's trade was Hijume's flicker and the lives of him and his jungler. A free Lord for Aurora. Where else do they go?
I mean, at this point, you just pray and hope. You sit back, Endless Battle finally comes in for Yasuke. The ability to dive from Aurora Gaming, the ability to literally go under these towers and secure kills. That's why I say I don't know, because the odds are out there. A possible Hail Mary conceal play.
This is a start, a conceal, but they don't have vision. They don't know where the rest of Aurora are. They're keeping themselves scarce to keep this huge lead.
Here's the question, what do they do even if they found someone up there? What was the play? You're 7,000 gold behind.
Can't kill anyone.
Obvious. You're not gonna be able to take anyone out on the opposite team, just wait in your base.
3 years ago in this very arena, it was Sanford making that kind of play under tier 1. Edward does it under base turret.
Aurora Gaming looking to break into the base. Holy Shield up top popped. Down goes the Lord. Alter Ego keep their inhibitors, but lose everything else.
Alter Ego wants to stand a chance here. They need to stay put, stay split up.
Reyes Sandstorm through the Phoenix. RP taken down by Demon Kite. Tsunami Slam desperate from Alec. Edward jumps back away to the Ravens fighter. And now Hijime is shining the light on them.
Yazuke taking a lot of damage as well. It goes down.
Alec standing tall, gonna be taken very low. Domeng takes him down. Another mini wave coming in up top. Hijime is the only one left. He goes in against 4. And now it's Edward who walks up, throws the sword. Domeng gets a double. They've wiped Alter Ego out.
Nino coming up. Arfi as well.
Nino, can he do it? He goes for it again. They go for the clear. Domeng's on the base. Some Mind Force coming in. And it is all over.
The age of dominance continues through the Northern Lights. Aurora Gaming Philippines are your M7 World Champions.
For years, the Northern Lights flickered. The finals have they been in, Leo? How many times have they faltered at the last step?
Yue has been all around the world. Edward has been here to hold their ground. Light, the missing piece, comes home to a World Championship trophy. Demon Kite, a longtime rival of the GOAT, finally becomes a Triple Crown champion. And Domeng Kite went from just a good gold laner to the best damn gold laner in the world.
I believe it's been 4 grand finals for Yue where he faltered in the final step. 4 losses mean nothing if the 5th rewrites history.
Don't forget about Mr. Consistent Edward.
The two-time
Two-time